All right, here's my office room. All my great Pokemon stuff. Mika's just chilling, sleepy. All right, let's show you guys the start of the collection. So we've got these tins or these tubs. History on the collection. So I purchased from an older lady. I would say she's probably in her 70s. Her son is around 50, and her son is autistic. So as you can see, a lot of what's here is organized like meticulously, which makes my life a lot easier. But I think that kind of is explained by some of the background behind the actual collector. Now, it's a really in-depth collection. He kept a lot of things over the years, and I guess they just decided to, it was all just sitting in the basement, and they knew that it was expensive. They met me at the Comic-Con last year that I did, where I sold some stuff, and I met them, and they decided to, I don't know, 6 months later, shoot me an email, and we came to an agreement, and we bought the collection. So let's go through it. We have here, these are all empty theme decks, but it's like all the theme decks. So we've got some of them from like base set 2, and it goes all the way up to like Team Rocket Returns, and we have some legendary collection in here. We've got some E-Series stuff. We've got the Aquapolis Rock Garden deck. We've got the Skyridge Eevee deck, the Evolution theme deck. Man, it's just like everything. We've got, let's see, here's a legendary collection deck, Turmoil. That's pretty sick. With the Raichu. And let's grab, we have the Fire Red deck. Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, so I mean, it's a ton of these decks, and it's just really, really cool. We've got the Jesse and the James, it looks like, for Team Rocket Returns. Pretty freaking sick. Okay, so what else is in here? We have some Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know really much about Yu-Gi-Oh!, but we have these decks. We have 6 of these decks. I have taken a look at the cards. They're not sealed. They're not in their packages or anything. You can definitely tell that they're used. I would say they're light to moderate play, which is fine. I mean, I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! I was told that if I figured out how to complete the decks, it seems like some of the cards are mixed around, but if I completed the decks and sold them as a set, I might be able to get a decent amount for them, just for like display purposes. And then we have basically all of the rule books for all of the theme decks. So we also have some rule books and playmats for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks as well. So this is all like display stuff. This isn't anything particularly crazy, but I feel like some people would want, I don't know, the Legendary Collection theme deck to display in the background of their YouTube video or something. So I think that this is actually a pretty sick part of the collection. It's cool that they kept all these boxes, and most of them are in pretty good condition, especially the ones kind of later on in his collecting career. I would say the collection kind of taps out at Fire Red Leaf Green and Team Rocket Returns, and you'll kind of understand why those are the two sets that I think he kind of ended with. Now let's move on to the singles. So this is all bulk. So I have these 2 binders here that have like organized like the holos and the rares and stuff like that. And then this bin is all bulk. And as you can see, I haven't quite figured out exactly what the card catalog system is for this particular bin, but I'm working on it. And they have laid out how many of each energy type Pokemon are actually in here. I don't know what extra Pokemon are, but there are obviously a lot of electric type Pokemon, which is cool. And then on top of that, you can see some of it is alphabetized. A lot of it is set up by energy type. So like this section is maybe normal type. We've got some Skyridge EVs in there, or Expedition EVs, or whatever it is. So, and then we have some electric. I haven't quite figured it out. I think that it's set up by energy type and then alphabetical, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is like extremely helpful for someone to have already done all this work. I do think that I will probably, when I do it for myself, I will probably take them out and I will separate them by set instead of by energy type in the way that they've done it here. But this is a great starting point. Absolutely incredible that they went through and did all this work. Much appreciated on my end, obviously. It helps out a lot. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of bulk. Most of the bulk. So condition-wise, from what I can tell, a lot of the conditions, I would say from like Legendary Collection and older, maybe Neo and older, are like moderate to heavy play, especially in the hollows. So like base set through the gym sets are all like moderately to heavily played, and then everything after that is basically like pack fresh. It's like some really nice stuff. So yeah, this is insane. So we've got all these theme decks, we've got all of this bulk, which, you know, like the E-Series stuff, for instance, all the E-Series stuff that I've seen so far has been near mint bulk, which is really awesome because E-Series is obviously highly sought after. Now we have, we'll go into this part. You guys probably think I'm crazy at this point for spending as much money as I did, but just wait. We've got some cool coins. Some of these coins, I have no idea, but I don't know if these came with the games or what these came with, but I have Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire coins, and you can actually see there's like, I don't know if you can see it, but you see Kyogre and Groudon actually in the coin. They're not in great condition, but I've never seen those before. And then we have some of the Lugia coins, and we have there's Pikachu coins in here as well, and then maybe one Togepi coin if I saw it correctly, but it might just be Pikachu and Lugia. And we have more rule books for the different cases over here. I'll have to match the rule book to the theme decks, which will be fun. But this is that bin. This is actually a really cool binder. So it's not particularly, I don't think it would probably be particularly, you know, valuable, but I think it's just really awesome that these were kept. So this is a binder of pack arts. So we have One Fire Leaf Green up in the left, and then we have EX Dragon and Team Rocket Returns. We have EX Ruby Sapphire and Aquapolis. We've got Expedition and Skyridge. We've got the gym sets. We've got Base and Jungle, Base Set 2 and Fossil, the Neo sets, more Neo sets, Legendary Collection and Team Rocket, and I think that is where it ends. So yeah, that's just really cool to me that he kept the pack arts in like a little pack art binder. They are cut in a way that doesn't, I don't know if you would really be able to resell these, just because they are cut on top and bottom for them to fit into the thing, but I don't know. Maybe I could sell the binder to somebody. Maybe somebody would enjoy having that in their collection. All the different pack arts. Now, let's go to the first binder. So the first binder is essentially base set through, I think, one of the E-Series sets. So base set through maybe Expedition. And like I said, a lot of these are moderate to heavy play. A lot of the base set. But some of these slots in the binder have, you know, like 4 Hitmonchans or, you know, like 3 Ninetales or whatever. So this will go kind of into just bulk for sale. And I'll probably put them in a binder to sell at my booth that I'm opening soon, hopefully this week. We have like multiple Mewtwo's and Blastoise and Ninetales. None of this stuff is first edition. It's all unlimited. So we have all of the, obviously the bulk cards, and it just kind of goes through. Then we have Jungle, and obviously after this is Fossil. We've got some Fossil hollows. Yeah, all of these are going to go into just a kind of a bulkish binder for people to complete their collections. We got base set 2. I did pull some very awesome money cards out, and we'll take a look at those after I'm done reviewing everything here. And Rocket. And yeah, I mean, this goes all the way through to the gym sets, and then to the Neo sets, and into Legendary Collection and all that stuff. So this binder is pretty awesome. And it goes all the way up until Expedition, which I've already pulled Expedition and the E-Series bulk out. We also have this. So we've got second binder, which I've basically pulled everything out of at this point. This is all E-Series. I think everything... Oh, no, not true. Never mind. It's not all E-Series. Most of it's E-Series. We do have some 3rd Gen EX series stuff in here as well. So most of this stuff is going to be the commons and uncommons. Some reverse hollows. I've already pulled a lot of the money cards out of here. You have the EX Sandstorm. And it probably goes through to Team Rocket Returns, I would think. So I have to go through and pull some of the better looking like commons and uncommons out. But yeah, it goes into Team Rocket Returns then. And that goes all the way back until it is completed. So that is kind of the bulk commons, uncommons, some reverse hollows, all that stuff. We've got all the bulk here. We've got all of the theme decks here. We've got all of the rule books here. We've got all of these bulk cards here. This bin is full of trainer cards. There's a bin out in my trunk still that's full of energy cards, apparently. Probably won't keep a lot of the energies. But last but not least, and I'm sure you're probably still thinking, why the hell did you spend so much money on this collection? This is a major part of it. So, the main reason why I spent so much on this collection is because of this. There's 13 Team Rocket Returns sealed booster packs and 30 Fire Red Leaf Green sealed booster packs. This is why I spent so much on this collection. This is the bulk of it. The bulk of the value is in the packs, of course. I went through and I did weigh them based on some information that I reached out to a friend about. And as far as the Fire Red Leaf Green, as far as I can tell, I have 10 heavy packs out of the 30 packs, which would make sense if they came out of a booster box. If he stopped at 6 packs for some reason, it would be, 1 in 3 packs would be heavy. So what I plan to do with these packs is to probably grade some light packs. I've never graded packs before, but if I grade some light packs, I don't feel bad about encasing them for a collector. Not sure what I want to do with the heavy packs just yet, but I might end up opening one at some point. We'll see. Then we also have Team Rocket Returns. So we have 13 packs of those. If I remember correctly, I think we had 3 or 4 heavies. We had 3 or 4 heavies compared to the other ones that were lights. So we did kind of hit the 1 in 3 in terms of light to heavy, which is nice. It's a little tougher to weigh those Team Rocket Returns packs because I can't really know if they're from the same source or not. So it's hard to know like what's actually going to be heavy, what's actually going to be light. There is quite a big variance between some of the packs. So some of the packs are, some of the packs are like 17.3, and then some of the packs are like 17.7. So I would say that's a pretty big variation within the packs. And then for Fire Red Leaf Green, we have 17.17, and then there's literally a pack in here that is like 17. There's 17.38, which is kind of the same difference, but there's literally a 17.6. I don't know where that pack is right now, but it's like a super heavy pack. So yeah, I don't know. At some point, I might open a heavy of each. That would be really fun to do on the channel to kind of celebrate this collection purchase. But for now, I'm going to leave them sealed, probably grade some lights, try and make my money back that way. Now, we're going to head over to the desk, and I'm going to show you guys some singles that I pulled from the binder that I will be getting graded to eventually sell. They are super cool, so let's do that. Back at the desk, baby. Time to go through some of the cards that I pulled out of the binders. I will tell you that the amount that I will make off the packs, I will profit on the entire collection. So a lot of these cards that I pull from the binders will kind of just be extra profit on top, which would be really nice. I got a quite a good deal. I spent a lot of money, but it was a good deal compared to the stuff that I was getting. I feel like everyone walked away happy though, which is ultimately what I want out of these transactions. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the ones that I haven't sleeved up for grading yet, but probably will at some point. We have a reverse Cubone, dark Slowking, Pidgeot, Fire Leaf Green. We've got a couple hollows. We've got Beautyfly. Then we get into the reverse legendary collection. We've got quite a few reverse legendary collections in the grading pile. We've got some Neo hollows. These are all, I would say, I wouldn't expect anything to get hot. I wouldn't expect any 10s out of this collection. I would expect probably between 7s and 9s, probably most of the cards being 8s. I don't expect to get very many 10s out of this collection, and because of that, I've actually been struggling in figuring out if I want to send a PSA or if I want to send a CGC. I know that I'm not going to be getting any PSA 10s. I would be highly surprised at any of them getting 10s. So part of me thinks for the speed, a lot of these cards are, I mean, like heavy hitter cards that there aren't very many of them out there, probably even in 8s and 9s. So part of me just kind of thinks maybe I'll go the CGC route. It's cheaper right now. I don't have to wait for them to go down to $15. We have a Chansey EX. We got Pikachu from Expedition, I think. We got some EX non-hollows. We've got some EX era hollows. Again, most of these 7s, 8s. Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone looking at the EX era stuff. Oh no, is it going to screw up my low pop? No, it won't. Don't worry. None of them are getting 10s. We got a reverse hollow Typhlosion. We got some more non-hollow rares from like Skyridge and Expedition and all of those sets. We got some more EX era hollows and E-Series and some reverse hollows and Legendary Collection Machamp, Legendary Collection Dark Blastoise. So yeah, that's in the might grade eventually, but not right now pile. And then we have kind of some heavier hitters in the grade immediately to make some money back pile. All right, let's start from the front. We've got Mewtwo. Beautiful Mewtwo hollow. Vaporeon hollow. Blastoise hollow. All of these hollows are just absolutely fantastic. But like I said, we probably would get 8s, 7s, maybe some of them. Probably more 8s, maybe 9s. Blastoise, Alakazam. But that's why I'm kind of thinking these are reverse hollows, by the way. So reverse hollow Arcanine, reverse hollow Raichu, reverse hollow Poliwrath. We have the Charizard from Legendary Collection. This is actually from the theme deck. So it's the non-hollow version from the theme deck. It's pretty cool. Holds, you know, a little bit of value. We've got the awesome Charizard here. I think it's from Expedition. There's the shitty Charizard in Expedition, and then there's this Charizard. And this one is amazing. I love this artwork. We've got the Mewtwo from Legendary Collection, the Christopher Rush Mewtwo. Now we have some non-hollow E-Series that are actually really good condition. I think that these might maybe even get 9s. It's possible. Now we got into the reverse Legendary Collection. So we have Magikarp. We've got Gyarados. We've got Charmander. We've got Charmeleon. Do we have the Charizard? We have the Ninetales. we actually don't have a Charizard. That would have been really sick, though. We do have a Gengar, though, which is pretty awesome. And we have the Dark Dragonite. And the Pikachu. So we got some really heavy hitters from the Legendary Collection. But like I said, probably 8s, maybe 7s, possibly a 9 if I get lucky. Probably a lot of 8.5s. And then we right into the Suicune EX. This card is minty, other than some weird shit on the bottom. And maybe you can tell me what this is. So I've tried to kind of scrape with my fingernail, kind of get it wet, try and saturate it, try and scrape it off. It won't come off. It's got to be like an ink error or some sort of sticker residue maybe, but you know, if you shine it on the light, it doesn't even look, it's not even raised off of the card. So I feel like it has to be some sort of print issue. I don't know how CGC would grade it, so I'm super interested in otherwise mint card with a little like ink dots. I don't know how that will work. We've got Dark Tyranitar reverse hollow. I love the reverse hollows from this set with the energies in the background and the stamp. And then we have 2 of the Dark Dragonites. This one was the one up front, and then there was a second one, and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's a non-hollow, and then it ended up being the hollow. So that's pretty freaking badass that we got 2 pretty minty looking Dark Dragonites from Team Rocket Returns. It's one of my favorite Dragonite cards, if not my favorite Dragonite card. We got this Ampharos EX. This thing is minty. This thing is so nice looking, so that'll be nice to send in. We've got a Scyther EX. I'm sending this one in for Pika Drew. What's up, man? This is a really cool Scyther. Looks pretty good to my eye. Then we have a Neo Suicune that looks pretty nice. We've got a Sabrina's Gengar. And lastly, we have a base set 2 Blastoise. So that pile is the 2-grade pile. This pile is the maybe at some point. But again, most of the value is actually in the packs. So it'll be interesting to get those graded and to start kind of selling some graded art sets, hopefully, of those, maybe. That's the collection. That's the bulk of it. There is a lot of bulk, though, so I have to go through that. There's still a lot that I have to do, a lot that I have to sort and sell. And I hope you guys enjoyed, though. And thank you guys for, I don't know, this feels like a stepping point. This feels like a leveling up point almost of, and maybe it shouldn't. Maybe that's conceited to be like, you know, the more you spend, you feel like the more legitimate, like you feel like your business has become, like in the hobby or whatever. But I feel like it kind of marks a level of success for me personally, that I've been able to not only afford to do this, but also kind of put myself out there, go to events, vend at events, and then stuff like this kind of pops up. That's why I'm really excited to open my booth on Wednesday, and I'll be doing a video about that. And it's really cool. I'm really happy that this collection came along, and it's going to be really beneficial in the long run for my business and the stuff that I'm doing here with Pokemon. So thanks you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.